All right. What's up, everybody
So,
that comes in today? We're here with me and Yash today. Um, we're just here to talk some Week 5 fantasy. Um, we may recap a little Week 4 stuff, just kind of go through some games, talk about interesting matchups this week, and so forth. And yeah, it should be a pretty chill stream today. Maybe do some pick'em slips, maybe do a couple early looks at drafts for this week. That's pretty much it. But first of all, I'm just getting the picks. Oh, I forgot to ask you, Yash, what was your impression on the games last night?
it definitely sucked not having any Genty last night. I don't know. They were okay games.
Genty
I
last
kind
night.
of I tuned out of the Raiders one.
Wait, what?
I kind of just focused on the Broncos game.
The Raiders didn't play.
Genty? They didn't play last night? They played on Sunday?
Yeah. Last night was
Broncos.
Jets Miami and Broncos Cincinnati.
I didn't watch the Broncos game. I was just
that game was awful.
I was watching the Jets Dolphins game. That was a great game. I think
good.
Justin Fields showed why he was going as the quarterback one in that slate we were drafting in.
Mm-hmm.
Did Bo Nix end up outscoring him though?
No.
He got close.
Yeah. Let's look at that actually.
So
we didn't end up making any money on the drafts we had last night. We had one
to see, and I think it was funny post game when they were talking to Breece Hall, and he's like, "Yeah, other teams shoot themselves in the foot, but we shoot ourselves in the head." I was like, "Okay." I was
this is the closest one we got to getting some money. Where we messed up was T. Higgins. That probably should have been Cortland Sutton.
Arian Smith.
And yeah, Taylor instead of Waller, and Arian Smith could have literally been anybody instead. But it's okay. In hindsight, we were just trying to take a shot on someone that was low owned. I mean, only 1% drafted. If he scored a touchdown, that would have been huge. The team that took it down actually had Bo, even though he was under Fields. Had Bo, A-Chain, Harvey, Garrett Wilson, Mims, Waller. And honestly, where we were drafting, we very easily could have drafted a team like this.
We could have. There were opportunities.
Yep, they just had the triple Denver stack with Nix, Harvey, Mims, Miami and A-Chain, and Wilson, and then no Cincinnati pieces. And that was kind of what you needed since no one on Cincinnati got there last night. Second place team was Fields instead of Nix. Everyone had A-Chain, Harvey.
You needed to have Denver players.
Yeah, you needed to have and then this guy had Sutton instead of Garrett Wilson, so that's why he didn't finish. We were taking Franklin over Mims, and Franklin did not end up getting there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Franklin still.
I
don't think the process was bad there. It kind of seemed like a game where
Mims just got a design to run.
Yeah, and Denver didn't seem like they were too worried about the Bengals, so they were kind of just seeming like they wanted to get everyone involved. They wanted to get RJ Harvey the ball. They wanted to try to get Evan Ingram some targets. So it's hard to have really too many important takeaways from that game. That was just kind of the impression I got, that they didn't really take Cincinnati seriously. They knew they were going to win that game, which is just hard to predict pregame, right? You don't know what NFL teams are thinking about their opponent. You're not in the meetings. So they definitely made an effort to kind of spread the ball around. I mean, they had Bo Nix had a rushing touchdown, Marvin Mims had a rushing touchdown, and RJ Harvey had a touchdown, but J.K. Dobbins didn't find his way into the end zone. Just kind of funny.
They both got 16, 15 last night, right? RJ Harvey and Dobbins. That was a good take then last night. That was a take.
The Harvey takes were good. I said some plays in my Discord, and we almost swept those. The only misses were one T. Higgins reception away, which he should have hit, but they called it back due to a penalty. And then the other one was the Dobbins touchdown, which I would still make that bet 10 out of 10 times. Guy who scored in all games so far, facing one of the worst rush defense who's been allowing a lot of touchdowns. Like I said, you just can't control that. Sean Payton's going to make decisions like he did, try to really spread that ball around.
There's like no lines up, by the way, for underdog.
They don't have anything really up.
I only see like Rams. I don't even see the Niners lines up yet.
What's up, Frizzle?
What's up?
Yeah, I was looking at Price Picks yesterday. I saw some stuff that was interesting. I saw Nico Collins. I was liking his line. I was liking Nico, James Cook, Gibbs, and someone else. I locked in a little 5-man for $5 for 100 just before any of those lines get bumped any further, which I can share.
What call?
Let me see. It was Nico over 74.5 receiving yards, Scatabo over 64.5 rush yards, which that might be my favorite one against the Saints. Gibbs over 69.5 rush yards against the Bengals, Quentin Johnson over 56.5 receiving yards against the Commanders, and James Cook over 76.5 yards against the Patriots. I felt like all those bets had some nice early value on them. Wouldn't be surprised to see any of those get bumped. It's just early shouts.
Trying to figure out which team defense to play this week. Browns? Colts, or Cardinals?
Let me see.
Colts.
So you got Browns against Vikings, Colts against the Raiders, Cardinals against the Titans. I do like how all those defenses are at home. I probably would say the Browns.
Or Browns.
I probably would say the Browns. They have such a good defense, and Wentz doesn't really secure the ball. Is he
starting again?
Yeah. He's going to be starting for a while. McCarthy's on IR, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was just out.
Well, I'm pretty sure McCarthy's on IR. I think it's going to be like one of those minimum IR stints where after 4 weeks he's gone, but I think he's at least missing 2 more, if I'm correct on that. But I like the Browns defense spot. 6:30 game 2. Dang, that's brutal. They're giving the Vikings back-to-back 6:30 games. I just realized that. Ooh, that's rough. I think I'm going to pick the Browns in that game. Okay, let's go through new picks. We'll kind of talk our way through all these games, and this is just early impressions. Things may change once we have a better idea of like what the injury report is, but or once
I would put this game at the very bottom. I think this game's a coin flip.
The Rams-Niners.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan's record against Sean McVay is like 6-1.
I do know that, but I'm leaning the Rams for a couple reasons.
I also am, but just like I would put that like the bottom of your confidence.
Yeah, it'll be low. For anyone that doesn't know, so basically this pick'em pool I'm in, I pick all the games, rank them usually it's 16 through 1, but since there's 4 teams on bye, it's only 14 points. And you get that many points if you get the game correct. So at the end, after I make all the picks, I'm going to put some down, put some at the top, and that just shows like confidence level in the pick. So Rams, Niners, I lean Rams, but not a game I'm super confident in. The reason I'm leaning Rams is just because the Niners are dealing with so many injuries. Brock Purdy still kind of banged up. He might not play this week. I saw he's still questionable. Jennings and Pearsall are both banged up. I would say Pearsall doesn't seem like he's going to play. I'm not sure about Jennings. I haven't really seen any reporting on him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he misses either. He already had an injury coming into last Sunday. Then he got banged up. Looked like ribs was what happened. So I think I'm definitely leaning Rams. I've been impressed with how the Rams defense has been playing. I think the offense. Yeah, I think the offense will be able to move the ball against the Niners too. The only worry is, like you said, the historical data of Shanahan like beating the Rams.
And so it's just a weird divisional game.
It's a divisional game, and also it's Rams are at home, but the Niners always pack out SoFi. So we'll see. But leaning Rams right now. I'm interested to see what the lines are opening at on that. Rams will probably be favored by 6 points. Wow. Do you see that?
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. Dang. It opened at 1.5 and got jumped all the way to 6. I might place some Niners +6 bets because I can see that getting bumped down to like a 4.5 number, to be honest. I want to be surprised. But I'm going to pick the Rams, but I might bet on the Niners to cover. That might be the sharper play. We kind of were already talking our way through this one. I think I like the Browns. But I don't know because the Vikings defense is also going to give the Browns hell. What's the total at? 37.5 points in this one?
It's a little high.
Yeah. I was going to say that's hella low. But I'm still might like the under.
Yeah, I could see it being like a 17-14 game.
Mm-hmm. I might go with the Browns just because, like I was saying, back-to-back games out of the country for the Vikings, 6 a.m. start. But you could also argue that for them, that they're already going to be kind of used to that start time since they did it last week. I don't know. I'm not really super confident in either of these games. This one's a hard one too, man. This is a hard week.
With the Ravens, bro, do not let recency bias with the Ravens.
Did you see Lamar Jackson is doubtful to play, brother?
That's what I was gonna say. I saw you like got an injury, but I don't know if it was.
I might pick the Texans.
Expected to sit out 2 hours ago.
I think the Texans are a sharp play. Good D line. Ravens O line hasn't been great with no
Defense
Lamar.
hasn't been great.
Who's it? Cooper Rush. I mean, Cooper Rush is an okay backup, but if you can get pressure on Cooper Rush, you can make him turn the ball over for sure. Texans defense could be a really nice spot for them. Ravens defense hasn't been impressive at all, so this could also be a kind of get right spot for the Texans offense. Yeah, I think give me the Texans in this, and I'm more confident in that than the other games. Yeah, Texans are favored by 2.5 points. Makes sense. It's so annoying. It takes away my picks every time I look at that. Dolphins, Panthers.
Fins up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go.
No, that is concerning.
It is concerning, but honestly,
was he contributing that much to be a game changer?
He was contributing, but also not. I'm not like scared. I wasn't backing the Dolphins this last week against the Jets because they had Tyreek Hill. I was more so thinking it was just like their whole offense is going to get right. They're on the road, though. Tua is a lot worse on the road typically, which that does make things tough. Dolphins open up at 1 point favorite. I think I am going to go with the Dolphins. Oh, it's so annoying how it keeps doing that. I'm just not going to look at that anymore. I'm going to keep the Dolphins. Like I said, not super confident in it, but I'll probably put it here. Raiders, Colts. Hate to do it, but I'm picking the Colts. The Raiders just haven't looked good. Colts have looked
2-2
pretty good.
CD, I can afford to wait for CD to. Can I afford to wait? I mean, what does your matchup percentage thing say this week? Sorry, I didn't catch your chat. Like, are you favored to win this week, or is it like a close matchup? Because I have a 1-3 team, I think, in a league, and it has CD, George Pickens, and T. And I'm thinking about just like throwing CD for like a bag of like chip air and not CD, T for a bag of chip air and trying to just like trade CD for like a bunch of like undervalued receiver guys like Olave with like some dudes, like a couple of running backs.
Not Olave, dude. Why do you want to buy pieces of that offense?
I'm just like a Olave lover, like 909, and
I know
we'll
you are, but
choke on
why?
it.
But I'm asking you, why do you want
I
a
think
part
the
of that
Saints.
offense?
I think Rattler is playing good, but the Saints just suck, and therefore Chris Olave is getting volume that is fantasy sustainable.
I think sometimes, Josh, you just gotta bet on good players on good teams in
I
fantasy.
think
I
sometimes you're
hate buying
right.
players on bad teams. I
I
hate buying
also
players on
don't
bad
like doing
teams
it,
unless,
but that
especially buying mediocre bad players on bad.
okay, he
Or
is not mediocre. He is a good player.
okay, he's an above average
Crazy thing
receiver,
to say
but
about
he's
Chris Olave,
he's an
by the
above
way.
average. Dude, what has Chris Olave done in his career besides get
But
hurt?
he's a great receiver. I'm not having this conversation right now. Frizzy, I would say it just depends on how confident you are about winning this week. If you win this week and you don't need to trade away CD Lamb, I'd just keep him. And it looks like you're in a good spot to get like a low seed for playoffs or whatever. But if you are playing against like the undefeated team this week and it looks like you're going to lose, I think maybe making a move might be a smart decision, especially after waivers go through.
Mm-hmm.
And I would try to like just get like a slight downgrade at receiver, like the tier I was talking about that Anthony doesn't like and the
Olave is
Navy
not in
doesn't.
that tier. Olave
AJ
is not
Brown
a tier down.
is the tier I'm talking about, but AJ Brown also just proved our concerns with him this week, which is just like Jalen Hurts, maybe not a good passing quarterback.
I think I can name 15 wide receivers I'd rather have than AJ Brown rest of the season.
I think I can too. I think I'd rather have like Cortland Sutton over AJ Brown rest of the season, and I think
would
that's
too.
probably like in the same tier. I'm saying like this tier is like a fat like B tier, okay? But I would like trade for receivers like that.
Like let me ask you, George Pickens or AJ Brown?
I
Rest of
don't know if
season.
I would trade away CD. Well, in this trade scenario, why would I trade away CD for George Pickens? That's weird. But right now, rest of season, I think they might be in the same tier, and I think I got to rank AJ Brown ahead. I mean, behind George Pickens, just because like the Eagles aren't passing. But I could easily see that changing.
AJ Brown or Quentin Johnson?
That's a good riser question. I think Quentin Johnston, and like if you picked him up off waivers week 1, you're very happy. I wouldn't buy him. Like I would be scared to buy him, but I would love selling him right now. I would love starting him in my flex.
I think he's a buy in dynasty.
I think his buy window might have passed.
I don't know because he still has some stink to his name. Like
starting Keon Coleman and Darius. Yikes! Who's on waivers, dude? Yeah, Zach, we agree with that take.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, Frizzy, I think maybe trading away CD would be good, but don't get desperate, dude. Like today in one of my leagues, oh my god, a guy traded away CD Lamb and RJ Harvey for Hunter Henry and who was the other guy? Keenan Allen.
Horrible trade.
I was disgusted. Oh my god, it was really bad. Our commissioner did in fact step in to stop this heinous act that was honest. I was like, dude, can I just send you a video of me burning $50? Can that just be my submission? Like, so don't get desperate, but I would definitely shop him. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what are we doing?
Well, Brown's barely going to tell. Yeah, I would honestly argue that that's weird for the Vikings though too, having to play 2 straight games overseas. I think the real spot to pick against the Vikings though, I'm not sure who they're playing next week, but their first week back in the US, that's going to be tough.
I think the Colts have a pretty good defense too.
I think
So I
that's
think you have like other spots if you really are concerned about the Browns.
yeah. What I would say to that, Frizz, my counter.
I don't think that's desperate at all.
No, yeah, I think that's a good deal if you could get that down to Worthy and BTJ. I really like Worthy rest of the season. I like BTJ too.
I
think
was just
BTJ
talking yesterday about how I've
slowly
been
going to bounce
getting
back.
very high on BTJ. Well, not very, but I mean, less concerned than I was, but still very disappointed with how he's been.
I'm thinking about the Vikings here. I don't know. This is a really tough game. Saints Giants. I'm gonna go Giants. I just think the Saints are awful, and I think the
I
Giants.
think the Saints get
awful.
it done. Are the Saints a winless team still? Or am I tripping? Do they have a win this season?
They are winless, but I
I
like.
think they pick up their first one against the Giants.
So yeah, I'm on the other side of this just because I really like the Giants pass rush, and I think they can get home against the Saints for
The
sure.
Giants do have a great defense.
And I think their offense will be okay. I think they'll be able to run the ball with Scat. I think they're going to play a little conservatively, but it's probably going to be another one of these low-scoring games. But I think I like the Giants. I feel more comfortable with Dart than I do about Rattler. And I feel more comfortable with the Giants' defense for sure, too. Jets, Cowboys. Man, Jets are 0-4. That's crazy.
Give me the boys.
Dak has been playing really well.
I know. Last game, dude, during that was it overtime or is it no? It was just a 2-minute drive. He just went down the field like at will. Honestly, it was like kind of beautiful. I was like, damn.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Went 80 yards in like 20 seconds.
Jets are still injured on defense. They're still down a couple guys. Dak's been playing really well.
Go Birds.
Yeah, I got the Eagles.
Go Birds until I see something that tells me otherwise.
Got the Cardinals here. This one's hard, but I'm going Seattle just because the Bucks are also injured right now. I really like the way Seattle's defense has been playing. Definitely the Lions.
Chargers. Don't be, or is Jaden back? Are we really concerned about Jaden?
I think Jaden's probably back, but I still, even with Jaden back, I think I like the Chargers at home. Bounce back spot after losing the Giants. And then I got Bills and I got Chiefs. I think the Jags are going to come down to earth a bit, and the Chiefs, they're catching their stride. All right. Now let's go through and rank these. I think Lions is probably my highest. I usually don't like making road teams my highest pick, but I think this is a good exception. The Bengals have they just look awful.
Dude, I saw a clip of the Bengals line just not even existing last game. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was snapped the ball and two linemen were like in the backfield.
Dude, they are atrocious right now.
Like, dude, how did Joe man,
they're like actually horrible right now.
Damn it. I was really hoping there was a moment in college where Jackson Dart and Spencer Rattler played each other. I was really hoping we could look into that.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I disagree with the Giants take. I think you should keep it because it's your picks. But I am rooting for the Saints this weekend.
There you are with your fucking Saints, bro.
Give me Shaheed, bro. Give me Shaheed. Touchdown. What's crazy is I'm a Niners fan, but I'd be more focused on the Saints. The Saints are just the Saints are my Lions. Let's put it that way. The Saints are my Lions. One year, they will come away from the trenches.
I'm not too confident about Eagles either, but I think they get it done. I like the Seattle spot.
Yeah, stingy defense against the. Is that going to be? Well, that is like the best defense in the league, huh? Who do you think has the best defense in the league? Top two.
I really like the Vikings, even though they kind of just got darted up. And I like the Texans. I still think the Texans are nasty. Let me give you a top 5. No particular order. I got Texans, Broncos, Seattle, Vikings. I like the Chargers. I like the Browns too. Shit. I'd go Browns over Chargers.
Have the Eagles played any of those teams?
Who the Eagles played? They played the Chiefs. They just played the Bucks. It's crazy picking against a 3-1 team this high, it feels like, but I think the Chiefs just get it done.
Fraudulent 3-1 team. What should we call it? I don't know. I feel like it might be a weird spot for the Eagles if that's the best defense they've played all year. It'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Jawan Johnson, Brenton Strange, or Darren Waller. Probably Jawan Johnson or Brenton. Brenton's been growing on me, admittedly. I already liked him before the season started. But he's kind of growing on me just because he has a consistent, like, 6 targets. So he's, like, good for 8 to 10, which is all you really need at tight end after, like, the tight end 5.
Yeah, I'd probably rank them Jawan, Waller, Strange rest of the season. I think Waller could be in for a nice little roll increase, especially now that Reek just went down.
Really, this Dylan Gabriel stuff is real?
Ooh, no way.
Let me check this. I need to plug in my laptop. Let me move.
Is that Dylan Gabriel real?
I need to plug in my laptop, bro. Give me a sec. That's kind of a crazy thing.
Oh, we might have lost Josh. But I'm going to check if that Dylan Gabriel stuff is real. I'll just take Josh off the stage for a sec. Dylan Gabriel. Wow. Gabriel does seem like they're going to roll with him. Current deal. Okay. I think that's good for them. We'll see how long he lasts. I think I'm going to keep my Browns pick, but I don't know. Making your first career start against the Vikings. Oof. Making your first career start against Brian Flores. I don't think What's up, Josh? I don't think the Browns are doing Dylan Gabriel too many favors by throwing him in the fire with his first start against the Vikings and Brian Flores. That made me change my pick.
Bond and Fannin about to eat. Bond's a good shout. Bond was playing surprisingly good.
Yeah, Bond's one of my sneaky waiver pickups of the week, for sure.
Anthony, I think you have a waiver wire pick priority above me in most leagues. So for that reason, I will not be sharing my extremely sneaky pick. That is, I would honestly don't think it's worth sharing. It's like some Twitter buzz pick, but I
Is
think
it
it's fun and worth entertaining.
Emmanuel Wilson?
No,
Is it a running back?
no, it's a receiver.
Receiver.
They have Giants buzz right now. Ooh. Apparently trying out this Wednesday, if you can go track that down.
Oh, it's Henry Ruggs.
Yep. I love that as like a sneaky.
I think the rumor's fake, by the way.
I
but
like
I
the
could be
sneaky
wrong.
pickup.
I believe that rumor's fake.
Henrietta Ruggs. That would be so good.
There was like one guy who tweeted that yesterday, but no one else.
No one else. A
backed that
singular
up.
tweet.
And I'm pretty sure he's still in prison. So I don't.
Is he still in prison? I
I'm
think
pretty
he's
sure.
not.
I don't think he gets released until August of next year.
No, bro, you trying out next August.
That's funny.
Pick him up in Dynasty right now.
All right, so these are the picks. We got Lions, Bills, Colts, Cardinals, Chiefs, Texans, Rams, Cowboys, Eagles, Seahawks, Chargers, Giants, Finns, Vikings. Those are my first look at Week 5 leans. Back on Underdog. Let's look at Battle Royales for this week. Want to just hop in one and we can talk our way through it?
Yeah.
We'll do hurry up. We'll just do $3 ones to start. Yeah.
Huh. You think Fannin will eat? You think Fannin will eat more than Hollywood Brown or Rashid Shaheed this week? Honestly, maybe in a 1.5 tight end premium.
Oh. What just happened?
If I just start 3 tight ends this week, who am I playing? Does it matter? Oh, I'm playing RJ's team. RJ's team is bummy. And Lamar's out. I can start 3 tight ends this week.
My Underdog's tripping out. Give me a second. I think Fannin could have a increased.
What is their actual snap share right now? I haven't looked at the actual stats
between Njoku and Fannin.
Yeah, I just look at the box score every week, and I'm like, oh wow.
They're on the field the same time a lot.
Harold.
They run a lot of 2 tight end sets, and they kind of use
16% target share as a tight end is kind of nice.
My Underdog is just like,
yeah, they play about the same. Like occasionally, like Njoku will get like 8 more snaps or something, but they play the same.
Yeah.
Fannin has 23 less routes and 3 more targets. If that tells you anything.
Sounds about right.
When did Tillman go on IR?
He just did. Like relatively recently. I think it was yesterday.
Isaiah Bond is a sneaky spot. What's his line at?
I couldn't tell you because my Underdog, dude, is literally just a black screen right now, and I'm trying to.
Yeah, Underdog pisses me off.
All right, we'll do this.
Are Judkins and Sampson playing the same amount or something? What am I looking at? No, I was just lied to and deceived. That's so funny. NFL is so funny. 0 repercussions. The no fun league, but the criminal league, of course. I love it.
All right, so since Underdog is tweaking, that's what we're gonna do. We're going to look at Prize Picks instead. Just see what some early lines are at. So Yash called it earlier. Ooh, they actually bumped him down to 97.5.
Peak of his powers, Tyreek.
Yep, that was a good shout. We capitalized on that last week where his lines are still sitting at 88 for Puka throughout the week. That was a smash. Just seeing now if there's any early value. It looks like
AJ Brown got dropped.
Jay Brown's at 55 and a
Devontae
half.
Smith. They're expecting like the similar
Still
process as T. Higgins over Jamar.
might not be a bad under spot there for AJ Brown. I like this spot for Nico. Really do against the Ravens. The Ravens pass rush has just not been non-existent as of lately, and that's been the biggest concern for Houston is that O-line, their pass pro, and I think if Stroud has time, Nico could have a big game for sure. So I definitely like Nico a lot. This Marv spot's interesting. I like QJ. Commander's secondary is pretty good, but he's just been cashing this easily in every game so far this season. Not as confident in that take, though, as I am in the Nico one. I like James Cook. I think James Cook.
Fannin and Njoku played exactly the same this week for the first time. Frizzy.
Ooh, a little cheeky Diggs revenge game against the Bills.
I like Diggs.
Sunday Night Football.
Dude, no, Diggs, he just like played like 80% of snaps this past week. They're like giving up on DeMario. I like that pick a lot.
47. Yeah. I mean, he's cashed it, 2 of 4 games this year. Didn't get there against Pittsburgh and Miami. You don't like that, but you said snaps have been trending up. What percent of snaps do you play the weeks before?
Snaps are, quote, trending up, but like he's been doing 40, 30, 39. This week he did 30. Kayshon Boutte did 33, which is the most. But like, yeah, that's every snap. But like, that just means they just didn't play a lot this week. So yeah. I don't know. I do not know.
All right. I think my underdog is working again. So once I get this back up and running, we'll do a draft. But I think I'm going to be drafting some Nico and some Stroud this week.
Frizzy, I will proudly say I was high on Kayshon Boutte like week 1. Did not age well, unfortunately. But, I mean, he still plays every snap, which is like the process is there with Kayshon Boutte. The targets were only there week 1, though, I guess. But I don't hate Diggs. I think Diggs is not interesting.
Tet against Miami could be a nice spot.
Maybe. But I don't know. The Dolphins' defense didn't look bad.
I think this is just a Jonathan Taylor nuclear spot, though, against the Raiders.
Dude, Jonathan Taylor looks so good this year.
He might be my 101 for weekly fantasy stuff.
I don't hate it. I've been trying to trade for JT.
I think him and Warren could both have big weeks against the Raiders. And I could like game stacking that game a little bit. I don't really love anyone from this game. This game could be sneaky fun too. Jets Dallas. You
don't think Pickens getting locked by Sauce, bro?
I mean, maybe, but I'm not really worried. I don't really love the spot for Pickens. I'm just talking about the game in general. I like the spot for Ferg. I'd like it for Garrett Wilson for sure, who doesn't have any lines up yet, but I think doing Garrett Wilson Fields again this week could be kind of fun.
That'd be
I'll
nice.
probably do some drafts with that start. Let's look at rushing yards. Like I said, I think Jonathan Taylor, this is going to be a Taylor week. I'm in on this 88.5. Let's see what other lines he has right now. Jonathan. Rush receiving TUD, 17.5 receiving yards, 80.5 rush yards.
Does Devontae Adams have a lineup right now?
Yeah.
I feel like it might be a Devontae Adams game.
I don't really like it, to be honest.
Oh,
I need to look more into the Niners numbers, but
I like it more than the Puka one. I just
Yeah.
vividly remember Puka's rookie year, the last game of the season. The Niners literally refused to let Puka get too many receiving yards to break the record. It was actually kind of funny, but the Niners are petty like that, and that's also why I don't like betting on that game in general.
Yeah, I just don't really love attacking that spot, to be honest, in general. Dang, I wish there was some Jets lines because I kind of want to look at some Garrett Wilson. I mean, some Fields rush yards props maybe.
It's because it's Tuesday morning, Brett.
I know, but this is where we could get the value. I was telling you earlier, I like this Scatabo spot.
Scat.
Yeah,
it's like, ooh.
And I like Gibbs here too.
What do we have Theo Johnson at?
Gibbs touchdown might be nice. Same with David Montgomery touchdown against the Bengals. Let me see what that's at actually. Dang it. They don't have Montgomery TD. What does Gibbs TD change the payout to? 8x? I don't think that's worth adding then. I think I like these as a cool 3-man right here. I might lock this in later.
Check Theo Johnson. Check Theo and Wandale.
Only touchdown.
I don't have anything.
Only touchdown for both.
I wonder what they'll project them at. They probably don't have receiving yards or total yards for Scatabo then, huh?
Yeah, I think it's just rush yards. They have touchdown.
Did we just watch that go down in live time or something?
How is this demon the same? What?
They're scamming.
Yeah. All right. My underdog, I think, is finally. Dude, this is so annoying. I just want to rip some early drafts for this week. We're losing our viewership solely because underdog fantasy sucks.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Underdog, sponsor me. I like you.
No, I don't like you, underdog. You guys make me upset sometimes, a lot of times. Many times I've been locked out of the lobby before my pick and can't get back in. And then I lose my pick and then I hate my draft.
It'd be like that. Dude. All right. Whatever.
Would you pick up Darren Waller this week off waivers? Who would you pick up off waivers this week?
So I think Woody Marks has got to be priority. I think Woody Marks is
my
priority.
first one.
Yeah, Woody Marks is priority number 1.
Do we buy into Justice Hill?
No. I'm in on...
Are we concerned about Derrick Henry? Counter question.
No.
Is it time to panic on Derrick Henry?
No, if anything, I think he gets leaned into more these next couple of weeks with no Lamar. Or I don't know about next couple of weeks, at least this game with no Lamar.
Blake Corum.
Malik Washington. If he's available in your leagues, I would be looking at Malik Washington. Could be definitely up for increased workload with no Tyreek. I think he's on my list of people for sure. I think who else is interesting?
Not Nick Westbrook Ickheim.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not worried about Nick Westbrook Akine. That just sounds disgusting.
AD Mitchell.
I wouldn't use my waiver on him, but if he's unpicked up and you can use some, you don't need to be starting him. I think he's worth a roster spot in some deeper formats, but
Isaiah Bond.
yep, I like Isaiah Bond. I think the other guys, I'd have Malik Washington and Woody Marks ahead of him, but yeah.
Darius Slayton. And I think that's going to conclude any names worth mentioning out of my mouth. I mean, Darren Waller, I think we already said.
Yeah, I think Darren Waller is where I want to be. Sorry, dude. I'm trying to get into one of these drafts.
I know. That's why I'm asking you these questions.
Laptop. I appreciate it, bro. Every
Theo
time
Johnson, tight end, Giants. Someone who I personally like, coming off 5 targets for the second time this season and a tud.
think there might just be an issue with Underdog right now. Because look, dude, every time I'm trying to enter a draft, I'm trying to do it on my phone. Look, this pop-up just comes up. Woof. There's a problem here. Please try again.
Let me try to load it right now.
Every time. And like everything's loading now, but it's not allowing me to enter drafts, which is so annoying.
Mine's not even loading up yet, so
about to just give up.
So I think maybe we just conclude with we already did a slip. We're making a slip. We are giving waiver wire suggestions.
Yep.
Mason Taylor, tight end Jets.
Yeah, Mason Taylor definitely worth a look too. I'm
saying, by the way, people who are like under 10% rostered, except for like Woody Marks, who I think has like 30. So if you're telling me that these people are already rostered or like hating these suggestions, just know these are like actual like waiver wire pickup ads, not me telling you to go pick up Trey Benson. So
yeah, I think Mason Taylor I might put over Waller, to be honest. Do you think that's a hot take?
What now?
Mason Taylor.
No, I don't think that. Actually,
than Waller.
Tyreek out, Waller grows. I could read into that narrative very easily. I think that's kind of a hot take.
Yeah,
actually, and his red zone role is like gigantic. And at tight end, I don't think the target hog exists there anymore, unless you're like Trey McBride, George Kittle, or Bowers.
Yeah, that's definitely a passing offense too. I want to be more involved with than the Jets, so I think I'd take that back. But
I see the process there. Like he's definitely like he's a Tucker Kraft-esque tight end role right now, because who else on the Jets can catch the football? Allen Lazard. Yeah. Like you got Allen Lazard, Josh Reynolds, and Arian Smith, a rookie 4th rounder this year, splitting snaps equally this week. Damn near. I think it was like 30, 40, 20 or something. But like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. I think there's definitely a world where Taylor ends up the Jets' number 2 option on terms of like target volume and so on.
So let's do it by position. So at tight end, if you are in a deeper league, Fannon's gone, Brenton Strange is gone. I would rank tight end pickups as Darren Waller, Mason Taylor, Theo Johnson, is a sneaky one. I see Evan Ingram on my waiver wire right now. If he's on waivers, he did just get 7 targets this game. I think that's not bad. And he had a great season last year. So
Evan Ingram or Waller?
Out. I think Waller has higher upside, and at tight end, I'm chasing upside if I don't have a top 5 tight end. Because they're all good for like 8 points, bro.
Yep.
Oh, who y'all like? Oh, that's an old question.
I'm with you on that. I'm Waller. I think Ingram, it sucks because I was so in on him in pre-draft best ball.
Me
But
too.
I guess that's what we could do. Let's look at some best ball teams.
And then let me see. At receiver,
All right.
Isaiah Bond, I feel like, is a great one. Malik Washington might actually be number 1, though. Darius Slayton, number 2. Actually, I'm going to put Darius Slayton number 3 because I'm going to take the bet that Dylan Gabriel is slightly better at playing football than 45-year-old Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Okay, let's just
Or
go
at
through
least
some of
willing
my.
to take more downfield bets. And yeah, I feel like those are the main names worth mentioning. Isaiah Bond, Malik Washington, Jalen Hyatt, actually over Darius Slayton. Let me double check this. I saw him when I was watching the game. I saw him on the field, and I have not seen that name in eons. And I think he was a 2nd-round pick.
I'm Slayton over Hyatt. Just because Slayton showed he can actually be good in the NFL.
Yeah, they took
Hyatt's never
Slayton
shown.
and Wandale both have 60 snaps, and Hyatt just has like a sneaky 26. He'll probably be like receiver 3, but worth mentioning the name. Probably not worth adding to your roster.
Yeah, he's someone to keep on radar in case.
Tutu Atwell did something, and I want to know why. Because
it was
less than Jordan Witt.
It was a broken play. He just left wide open for an 80-yard touchdown. Did you see the play?
No.
Yeah, don't. That doesn't change anything about Tutu.
Running back. Woody Marks
play.
is easy. Blake Corum, I think, is worth rostering. Ty J. Spears is worth rostering if you have an empty IR slot.
I shouted Emmanuel Wilson a little bit ago, but I think he might be second behind Woody Marks for me, just because
I think. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Jacobs he got banged up this last game, and we already know Jacobs is super injury prone or not super injury prone. Let me reword that. We know that Josh Jacobs frequently misses time.
Mm-hmm.
As a Raider fan, a lot of games he'll get. One thing about
they
Josh
use
Jacobs,
him so much.
He'll get dinged up for sure as the season goes on, and he'll play through a lot of it. Like he'll go unless he really can't go. But I think we saw this game as he kind of got dinged up throughout the game. Emmanuel Wilson started getting touches, and I think he looked pretty good. And if Josh Jacobs were to go down, it seems like Wilson would definitely be that guy that they would go to. So I think he's definitely worth the roster. He's probably one of the top handcuffs right now, just because of that rushing volume with that offense. Good running back or good team, good offense. Could be a nice situation. So definitely worth the stash. Emmanuel Wilson.
I want to shout. I feel like Chuba might be a sell now, low key. I was a little concerned about Rico Dowdle getting 9 carries 2 weeks ago, week 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did it again this week. The big problem now is I felt like I saw him more on the field, but it's just they're not putting Chuba on the field as much as they were beginning of the season. Yeah. So he's only getting 10 less snaps than Chuba right now, Rico Dowdle. So I don't know if it's a pick up Rico off of waivers kind of situation you want to be in. I don't think it is.
That snap count's a little inflated because of the blowout last week, to be fair.
It was like that week 3 and week 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, week 3, they were blowing someone out in the other direction.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So they've been in back-to-back blowouts.
Week 1, it was similar-ish.
Week 1 was also a blowout.
Week 2, Chuba for 60, Rico for 20. I don't know. It's concerning. Maybe it's worth rostering Rico, but I don't know if I want a running back who, when we're blowing someone out, they don't just drop, 30 points like Omari on Hampton or something,
Yeah. All right, let's go through some of these best ball teams that I have currently advancing. Let's see what we're thinking. I sent some of these to Josh yesterday, but good to go through them live and just see what looks live. We got Hurts, Darnold, CMC, Jones, Swift, Scatabo, Roshan, Blue, Puka. This Hurts, Smith, Ayuk, McMillan, Coker, Higgins, Beck, Hop, Tolbert, Goddard, Kincaid. This team's okay. Feel great about QB and tight end with this team. Wide receiver definitely was looking all right, but took a major hit losing Tyreek. And then obviously no McMillan back yet. Coker might be an interesting piece once he gets back. He's probably going to step into that wide receiver 2 role.
I think
D-Hop
that'd be nice.
give you some spike weeks. Besh could also grow kind of increased role, but I don't know if he's going to be fantasy viable. Running back
while.
room is just CMC and Scatabo and Swift right now till Jones comes back. Okay, team. Next, this team I think I sent to Yash. It's so weird, but it's weirdly one of my favorites. Oh, and this team is a pre-NFL drafted team. So I got Nix, Lawrence, Rogers, QB room. Then we got A-Chain, Genty, Cook, Sampson, Javante, Brashard Smith. This running back room is filthy, I think. This top 3 right here, and then Javante just for fun as the 4th guy is a pretty sick top 4 RBs.
Fun.
Yash, you were hating on this wide receiver room, but I think this is pretty fantasy viable, dude.
I don't love it.
None of these
I'm not
names
a
are
large
sexy,
fan
but
of
they're
it.
all spike week guys. Like DK's a spike week guy, Marv's a spike week guy, Sutton is more of a he's not really a spike week guy, but he
It
can.
just feels like like that graph of like receiver points per games after like it gets past receiver like 12. That's what it feels like to me.
But that's fine. If you look at all the upside I have with this team is in the running back room, though.
Yeah, I know, which is good. I was not hating on the running back, so it was just like this receiver core is just disgusting.
But I mean, you look at last week, Marv had 18 points, DK had over 20, Sutton had 18, Pittman I think had
Dylan. We were
15 plus.
told from a chat member, Dylan Gabriel is starting.
Yep, Dylan Gabriel. Well, I looked at reports and it's not official yet, but Browns insiders are saying he's going to be starting Gabriel.
And we ended up taking the Vikings over the Browns.
Yeah. Then I lucked into Fannin and Njoku in this one.
I have a lot of Fannin pre-draft, I think, in all my pre-draft drafts, and a lot of Hampton.
I shouted him. And this one I got Josh, Gino, Cook, Connor, Hurts, a lot, Scatabo. Yeah, this team's probably dead just because the running back room has Cook and Scatabo and a bunch of nobodies. After that, wide receiver room's okay. Bummer. Let's go to some. Dude, I did so many like small entries to these tournaments and like not really paying off right now. But it's early. There's still a lot of time. All right, this one we got Purdy, Herbert, Stafford, Cook, Hampton, ETN, Dobbins. Really good running back room. Really nice. They got Chase, Tyreek, Hurts.
Hate to see it.
I definitely took a big hit with the Tyreek injury. I had a lot of Tyreek.
Quentin Johnston.
Yeah. Quinn Johnson, let's go. Jacoby Golden, Trey Harris, Keenan. This is a solid team, actually.
Are you selling Quentin Johnston in redraft?
The wasted pick, but I like this team. Is Quentin Johnson a sell? Depends on the price you're getting, but I don't know. I think he's just a hold, to be honest, if I have him. His name has stink to it. Like, as good as he's been doing, people are still not fully valuing him, like his fantasy point production and profile being a former first round pick would lead you to think, right? I mean, he was just a first round pick 2 years ago, but because of how he performed the last two
A
seasons,
couple of drops that are very memorable and fresh in the mind.
yeah, people are having a hard time really buying in on the breakout, which I don't think is good process, but it's just part of the fantasy world where people
1
get
year
caught
of
on names, right?
underperforming.
Yeah, like look at ETN. I was saying this all offseason. ETN had one bad year and he drops like 7 rounds in ADP. I tend to want to buy in on those dips.
It's like Josh Jacobs, the whole thing that happened with him.
Yep. Josh Jacobs a couple years ago. And he leads the league in rushing. Like people are very
Quick to drop rankings, but then they love to cling to names like Marvin.
yeah.
Like, why was Marvin still a 3rd round draft pick this year?
There's certain guys that just have name value, and it's something about them that like it makes people value them higher. Like it's the same thing we talk about with like why people still prefer Jamar Chase to Puka. It's just because one's
Name and draft.
Yeah.
Name, draft, Joe Burrow.
Thoughts on college football game today, says Dylan. Who's even playing?
Couldn't tell
I've
you.
been locked in on MLB playoffs today, to be honest. Who's playing, Dylan? Trying to find it right now. Dude, where are you even finding there's a game today? I can't find anything on a college football game today. Is it FCS?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, those are kind of some underdog teams. I don't want to get too crazy with that, but Tyreek definitely hurt. Let's see if we can enter a draft. If not,
New Mexico State.
oh, yes, we're able to get in one of these finally. New Mexico State, bro.
Aren't they on the come up or something? Word on
Are
the
they?
street.
Where are you finding that New Mexico State's even playing today? Is that on Novik?
Should I have coffee or Coca-Cola? It's on Thursday. Dylan's been clickbaiting you this whole time.
Yeah, dog. I was about to say that same Houston State, New Mexico game. I was like, dude, I don't see any college football today on Tuesday. Yeah, I was right about Jonathan Taylor without even looking at ADP. He's the 101. I think that's right. I think Gibbs is 102 is also right. I think this top 3 is correct. And I think these 4 is a clear tier right here. I think these are the guys I definitely want to be getting in these. Building teams around these guys. Seems like everyone's kind of pushing QB. Lamar's still QB1 despite being doubtful. Fields is QB2. Wow. Honestly, don't hate it. We were talking about that. I don't really
Daniel's
like
back.
this spot for Hurts. I could see this being a
Goff.
decent spot for Goff. Yeah, same with Dak.
See why everyone's just pushing QB.
Daniel Jones feels low too.
There's a lot of QB value later.
Let's go. We got the 101. We get our
What's the
first Taylor
format?
share.
1-1-2-1-1.
Yep, same as last week. 1 QB, 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. All right, we're just gonna do one of these today, then probably hop off stream. Just
I'm gonna make pancakes.
get our feet wet with this week 5 slate. Oh, I'm happy we're getting a Jonathan Taylor share right off rip. I do like this Gibbs spot a lot too, but I can also see Demont getting there. It might be a good idea to, if you get Taylor A-Chain, getting some leverage on the field by going Demont later.
Can't even start all 3 of them though.
No, I just said, what do you mean? I only said 2. I said if you start Taylor or A-Chain.
Oh, I thought you said Taylor and A-Chain. I'm like, you
No,
freaking freak.
No. I just mean if you're not getting Gibbs, but you're getting another one of the top running backs, or even a Monroe too.
Damn,
You can
sick.
gain
1
some
second's
leverage on the
crazy.
Gibbs teams.
That guy just sold. I feel like I don't like that.
Against the
Denver.
Broncos. Yeah.
Don't love it.
Broncos are a team you want to beat on the ground rather than through the air. But Saquon just hasn't been getting there.
I'm not taking him over Gibbs versus the Bengals.
We were talking about Nico. I really like the Nico spot this week.
I like that take.
Jamar, I know he hasn't been performing, but
He's due.
what if this is the get right spot? The ceiling with this start is just nuts. I also don't hate Genty as a bring back. I like Scatabo. I was shouting him too.
There goes Chase.
What's Jamar? Figuring.
JSN's still there. Look at him. So tempting. 30 points. You can see it on your screen. You can see the 2 touchdowns, 112 yards. You can see it, 12 targets. Stop. Don't let me influence your draft.
No, I would have drafted JSN there too. I didn't think he was going to fall. That's a nice start. I like the spot against the Bucks.
And then who are you going to take?
Michael
QB.
Fields. And then
Mason Taylor?
Yeah.
God damn it. Who's on this list for tight end? Just like Tyler Warren's the big guy you want mostly.
Ferguson probably too.
Yeah, Fergie. I like Fergie. I mean, isn't CD supposed to be back? Is CD supposed to be back, guys?
No, he's on IR.
Oh.
Like Scatabo too. Let's see. Are any of these starts nice? Dang, QJ going 3rd round in these now. How things change, am I right?
That might be a steal.
Hampton 106 too. We were getting him here
QJ's
last week.
the receiver 4, bro. I think Ibuka might be overpriced.
Oh, there goes Fields, so we can't do the Fields thing. Woody Marks.
Brock Bowers. Why is he? I say Warren Bowers next pick. One of them. And then just take like Danny Dimes.
I don't like going Dimes and Taylor.
Go
I like doing Bowers on the other side.
Bowers and who filter QB? Bowers and God.
We have another wide receiver spot too. So what if we go like Waddle or
I don't
JMO?
hate it.
JMO. It might be the JMO week.
I could see it. I don't like that pick, but I could see it.
I also don't hate Scatterbo. I think
You could easily
let's
see
go
Scotty
Bowers.
tight end receptions.
And then I'm gonna do the JMO Goff. We'll start Goff, and then if for some reason I get sniped on JMO, we're gonna double up at tight end.
Goff 400-yard week with 5 touchdowns.
Goff with Noah Monra doesn't really feel great, to be honest.
No, you have JMO. It's JMO week.
But
It's gonna be great.
Telling yourself the narrative that JMO catches 2 bombs this week, I can get behind it. I would also be fine. Fuck. I probably should have played this through Stroud. Unless he went already. No. I like the Stroud call this week. Because Ravens defense things. Should I start Njoku if Gabriel's playing? Who are your other options, Dylan? I don't know how that's going to fare for Njoku, to be honest. There's Waller. Wow. Maybe I just don't.
He's seen enough. He's like, prime Darren Waller is back. He is done rapping.
Keenan's kind of buried.
Keenan is buried. 1 week where he doesn't get a touchdown. People are just over it.
Yeah. Jacoby's buried. Dobbins is buried. Smith.
Wandale.
Stroud. Terry. I don't know if he's going to play, but.
Wandale already showed he's capable of a 30-point week.
All right. I know that I said this is the last one, but I think I might hop in another because I just think we're getting some good value on these prices. It might be a good good time of the week to rip a couple. This is the team.
You're hoeing me, bro. I haven't had my coffee.
This is a team. Goff. Go get some.
No.
All right. That's the team. Let's rip another one of these. It's just a $3 draft. All right. Yeah, I like that team. I think JT could be the guy this week. I think Lions, this definitely just screams a big Lions week. I don't mind just doing like a Lions mega stack this week. I don't think
like
that's
starting Juwan.
I would go Juwan too against the Giants, especially because of the Giants pass rush. Rattler's going to have to get rid of the ball quick. Juwan could see a lot of targets. I don't like Shaheed this week.
Why not?
Same logic I was just saying with Juwan. Not a lot of downfield targets. I think Olave could get there with receptions, but like I said, Rattler's going to have to get the ball out of his hands quick. Juwan receptions could be a nice bet too.
What about Kamara?
Kamara.
Getting his job took by Keandre.
Kendre Miller is another waiver that we didn't talk about that day. Worth a shot. Father time might be coming.
Might be. People did not like him last year, though.
Yeah.
People hated him. What changed?
People were drafting him in best ball pretty early. It's just their coaching staff wasn't in on him. The Dennis Allen coaching staff. All right, so this one, we're on the other side of the turn. Now this makes things a little harder if we're not getting any of these top 4. I don't mind starting Garrett Wilson with one of them. And then maybe Saquon or Hampton.
Run with the narrative the other guy who took Saquon 102 ran with, bro.
Or we could get unique. Yeah.
When in doubt, Saquon Barkley.
I was gonna say we could get unique and do Nickens.
Or you could just
Nico.
Fade RB till the end. There's a lot of good RBs.
Nico Collins and Pickens right there. Pickens Wilson could be a fun start. We're just assuming that game's high scoring affair.
Just assume every Cowboys game is a shootout for the rest of the year.
I think I like playing it through Ferg this week though, because what we were saying about Sauce. I'm not going to take Ferg on the turn here, obviously, but
have him loaded up. Yeah, word on the street, they're going to start Deshaun Watson week 7.
He's out for the season, bro.
Dude, I wish I was Deshaun Watson, bro. Just get a couple of massages, get paid $90 million guaranteed, and never play a snap of football ever again, bro. Like, take 6 tackles.
Crazy statement saying you wish you were Deshaun Watson, by the way.
Dude, Deshaun Watson might be my hero, bro. Like, he...
I'm not associated with Yash. These statements do not reflect my character.
Dude, he's a top 10 finesser. He is a top 10 finesser. All time. In terms of like societal finesses, put him up there with OJ Simpson, bro. Like, how did OJ not get locked up? Glove don't fit. Deshaun Watson... bro got like rewarded for like being a horrible person. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's probably just chilling in a mansion in Cleveland that he's gonna sell. He probably has like a normal suburban house. Honestly, he probably didn't buy a mansion in Cleveland. I wouldn't buy a mansion in Cleveland.
Hey, Josh,
buy a mansion in Cleveland.
Can you pull up the Franklin Mims snap share from last night?
Yeah.
And targets.
Mims played half the snaps. Franklin did 23-41.
Sounds about right. I was saying because Mims is way over Franklin in 80, or he's not way over, but
he has 6 targets though.
Mims is wide receiver 32. Franklin's 41 this week. I don't know if I like playing it through either this week against Philly, but I do think that Mims being over Franklin's mispriced just based off prior 1 week.
They don't have the stupid. Damn it! They had it for the other team. We don't have like the slider that shows like the targets, how they're being distributed. Troy got a 21% team target share. Marvin got 11. Full season.
Dang it, we get sniped on Scatabo. Just gonna go Fields.
With who? Fergie?
Javonte. Yeah.
I saw that like a third of Chris Godwin's routes came from the slot, which is not a good sign for Chris Godwin.
He always does that.
No, he like needs more in the slot.
Oh, you mean more?
Mhm.
I think he'll be okay.
But-
He got a lot of targets. He just wasn't getting open like he usually does. That's
I
the
think-
concerning part.
6 of his targets came from when he was in the slot, which is a weird thing going on. I think the stats were like 29% of routes from the slot, and of those 29% of routes, he got 6 targets. Something like that.
These
And
are some.
his mid-season in like 2023 was when he was playing on the outside and not so much the slot. He was getting like 12 points per game. And then last year when he was about to break fantasy, he was in the slot.
I like all these scroll down wide receivers.
I do too. Wide receiver depth is nice, and there's probably like sneaky. I don't know. I don't really like betting on the main slate because it's like, I don't know, too many sneaky players.
This slate definitely feels better than last week's. Deeper, I should say.
Yeah. I don't know if I like deeper.
Just more opportunities to get unique. I think Malik Washington's a sneaky shout. T. Higgins could be a nice bring back if you're doing Detroit stuff. But I don't know. Also, like he hasn't been the whole Bengals offense hasn't been getting there. I don't know if I really want to be betting on them. Oh, I hope we can get Ferguson to fall into us. If not, Mason Taylor, welcome to the squad, buddy.
Mason Taylor, welcome to the squad. What if we're just off on Mason Taylor?
I don't think we are, dude.
Mason Taylor.
No
take it
way.
there.
Why did he take Ferguson, bro?
This is a little rat bastard.
He should have just gone Goff and Laporta, dude.
Dude, why is everything I own on a bye week this week, bro?
All right. This is the team. We got Fields, Saquon, Javonte, Wilson, Keenan, Taylor. Just heavy on that Dallas Jets game. Playing this Philly-Denver game through Saquon. And playing Chargers-Washington through Keenan.
You're
All right. I want to rip one more. And then this will be the last one we do today. My parlay from MLB playoffs hit. I'm locked in.
Yip, hooray. Dude, I absolutely hate my Yahoo team. I hate looking at this team every week, bro. I like open up this app and I'm just like, ugh. Cowboys Bengals stack was not the move.
Yeah, Bengals are just tough this year, bro.
Putting off RB was not the move in this particular league, even though I thought it would since you can start 5 receivers, but, can't win them all.
I want to get like 4th, 3 or 4. I want to get into Monroe share or Gibbs. Build around those guys. Like I was saying, dude, I think Detroit might just be the team you need this week against the Bengals. This could just be a good nuts spot.
Could. But it might not, asshole.
Where's Demont? Didn't even RB12. Dang.
Yeah, look how far Chuba is.
I definitely like Demont at this price. I like Brees too there.
Fading RB might be moved, bro. Get an elite receiver.
Yeah, but these three just look so good.
Get another late pick and just go like Amon Ra, JSN off rip.
Could be fun.
Or who do you think the receiver 1-2 are going to be?
Like Amon Ra and Nico. I think Amon Ra and Garrett are my two favorite receivers on this slate.
Who's the tight end 1? QB 1.
Tight end 1. Low-key, I like Ferguson a lot, dude, for his ADP.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the top 5, to be honest.
What about QB? What's your top 3?
I think Fields QB1 isn't crazy.
If you're saying that, does that mean Dak's QB3 too?
Yeah, Dak might be QB2. I might have Dak and Fields ahead of Hurts this week. I just don't like this.
Where's
matchup
Dak
at all
going?
for Hurts. Oh, no, I probably am Fields, Goff, Dak.
Yeah, see how low Dak is?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, get like Goff or Dak as your QB. Just like fade QB and just get like tight end receivers and then get your running back QB last.
I mean, all the
that for
QBs are
draft.
kind of going late in this one because there's no
Yeah, but like,
Josh-
did Dak even get drafted?
there's no Allen on the slate. There's no Lamar. This is a fun one, man. This might be a good slate to scroll down and get a Stroud.
Is Javante a good pick?
I think so. Wow, Fields just went 101, dude.
What? Worked.
So we're gonna get Taylor or Gibbs. That's cool. Let's build through Gibbs. Hell yeah.
Don't like it. Demont game.
What about both?
About both.
They both get there all the time. I might just mega stack Detroit. Awesome.
Why don't you go Demont Gibbs?
Let's go. Cubs just pulled
Then-
their pitcher, Matthew Boyd. I had his under on strikeouts, dude. Such an easy cash. Under 4.5. He just got pulled with 2 strikeouts. Let's go. W's.
Do you have
W's in the
any
chat.
Derrick Henry?
W's in the chat. For the 2 teams I've done. No. I haven't got Henry yet.
I wouldn't get Henry.
I just don't really love playing anything from that game besides Nico. Maybe Woody Marks could be interesting. Dude, how is Goff or Amon-Ra at 106 on this one? Just feels absurd to me. Oh my god. 201. Whoa, this guy went Goff 105. I didn't even realize that.
Some
Holy
tomfoolery happening.
dude, yeah.
Like Amon-Ra falling to where we are right now. This guy's thinking about it too. He's like, do I want Mama? Do I want Mama or Jason? I want Jason. Do it.
He just screwed that guy. That guy's dumb though for doing Goff first. I don't know why he wouldn't just take Amon-Ra first and then take Goff with the next pick.
Because I don't know. This guy's like weird. He like thought about it the wrong way. Maybe he's a new drafter and he saw the guy take Justin Fields, so he thought he was tripping for taking a receiver first. You know. So he's like, "Oh, if I take
What?
you, Laporta, bro, just." When everyone zigs, you have to zag sometime. Build Wilson, JSN right now. And when everyone else is zigging, you got to zag. We got a running back. Trey. You could go Trey way. You could just go number 1 at each position, bro. You could get the running back 1 on the week, Jameer. Run receiver 1, Wilson with 27. tight end one, Trey McBride with 2 TDs against the crappy Titans, bro. We just saw the Texans stomp them.
I want Nico more than I want McBride. Doesn't matter. McBride went anyways.
It's crazy.
Well, I just think tight ends deep in this. I like all 5 of these guys.
I mean, QJ going
and then
like
I like
undrafted.
Waller. I like Johnson. I like Taylor.
I don't like any of those names nearly as much as I like Trey McBride.
Dude, against the Titans, though, that's just like not a game I really am like, oh, I need pieces from that game. Like, sure, McBride may get like 7 catches for 60 yards, 70 yards. Cool. That's not really anything insane for this format for half PPR. Tatis Jr. should retire. I know, right? Just flat out. I need a hit. All right. If we get Jamar Chase, though, we're taking Jamar Chase. I don't care. Dang, dude. I wish that guy didn't take Demont. I would have loved to play it, get Gibbs and Demont, and play it that way. Just play it through
Well,
all the
this-
touchdowns, get there on the ground.
You know that side of the board's creating value.
Yeah, this guy's
Genti in the
gonna do
4th
something
round's
wild.
kind of craziness. That's kind of a nice pick.
Yeah, against the Colts. I definitely got to find a way to get on Genti this week.
Chris Godwin is a gross pick. Why are we taking that round 4 over Jamar
Come on.
Chase, Emeka
Come on.
Ibuka, Quentin
Come on.
Johnston, Tyler Warren, Cam Scatterbo?
Yes. This is fun. Dare I say explosive wide receiver room.
Explosive wide receiver room.
Who at Q? Do you like Dak? I'm going to take Ferg.
Like Dak. I got QB. Who's like playing at QB? Let me rank these QBs in my mind. Why is Daniel Jones so low? One subpar week that wasn't even his fault, mind you. He threw one like pick. And the other one was 80 Mitch dropping like probably 8 Daniel Jones fantasy points.
I think it's probably just game script.
Against the Raiders, bro? Yeah, I could see it, the JT stuff. But whatever.
And the Raiders are kind of they like to chew clock the way Pete Carroll's been running things.
Pete Carroll always been running stuff like that. It's not like new.
What do you think, Dak or Stroud with this team?
Give me Dak and Ferg.
Okay.
Stroud 30-point best game.
Yeah,
of his
that's
season.
the only thing about with Stroud is that like because he's QB 15, he's gonna be so low owned. If the difference isn't that much. And if we have Dak with soloed with Ferguson and no Pickens, I think Stroud with Nico is going to be more likely to smash than Dak and Ferg. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think
Yeah, what if all the touchdowns just go through like Javonte?
that's what I was saying. Like, let's play it through Stroud, man. We'll get around to Dak and some of these other ones.
Yeah, these other ones, you said like one more, bro.
Well, I just mean throughout the week. This is the last one I'm doing today.
Killing me over here, bro. I didn't have my No, it's not my stream coffee. It's my concurrent stream coffee.
All right, so that's the team: Stroud, Gibbs, Wilson, Nico, Chase, Ferg. That's the
Who was that
squad
other
we're
sneaky
looking at.
pickup we forgot about for waivers?
I'm not sure.
You mentioned it.
Kendra?
Yeah, Kendra Miller.
Yeah. All right. That's about it for me. Yash, you have anything else for the stream before we hop out of here?
Don't let a week-to-week waiver wire pickup ruin your team. Like if you have a good team, don't feel like you have to pick up someone.
Yeah. I'm with you. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thanks for everyone who hopped in here. Thanks for checking us out. Make sure to drop a sub, join the Discord. Discord's completely free to join. Yeah. Thanks for hopping on. We'll be back probably tomorrow.
This is true.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for everyone for hopping on. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.